let me know my picks, please.
Guys, it's back. Red Alert has returned, and why not start with one? Alex Ovechkin. We're going to give you a scale. Basically, is it time to panic on certain players? And if they're really just kind of being out of character. So we have different levels of concern.
Okay.
You can be calm. You can be a little concerned. You can be very concerned or panicked, as you can see here. That's my best Vanna White I can do.
Or red alert. Or red alert. Which
it's it.
That's like...
It's hit the fan.
Yeah. Pets' heads are falling off, like all that stuff.
I took care of it. Okay, guys, we're going to start with Alex Ovechkin. Thomas Hickey does not break the goals record by next season. Again, he's on pace for just 25 this season.
By the end of next season,
there's no red alert here. Alex Ovechkin is going to get there. I'm concerned that he won't do it by next year, and it could be a hat trick this month, one next month, and he's right back on the pace. But right now, things have been tough in Washington. They're not scoring a bunch of goals. There's concern that it could trickle into a couple of years from now, but I have zero question he's going to get it. Just the pace this year. Some of his old running mates, you know, they're slowing down a little bit. Obviously, Nick Backstrom, he's not in the mix anymore, but Ovechkin scored. He can score without him. No question about that. I am a little concerned. I will say that it's going to happen as quick as we anticipated it about a year ago.
I'm a little concerned that it's taken a number of times of doing this segment until I noticed the hockey stick meter on the side of the screen. Like, I just saw it now. I'm like, oh.
That's a red alert in its own.
That is a red alert in its own. But I'm going to go concerned on this as well. I'm not concerned, like you said. He will break the record. Like, this guy, what he's done as far as getting himself to where he's at now. I think Ovi will get going this year. This guy can score in bunches. We know this. I'm a little concerned that he doesn't get it done next February, March, which we thought was going to be the timeline.
Yeah.
Because when you start adding that into the mix, I mean, you're only talking, if it's March, you're talking middle of April at the end of the season. So, yeah, I'm concerned it won't get done next season.
It's beginning to feel that way, and like you said, the pieces around him are not in place. There's a dip in percentage of shots from the slot, scoring chances per game are going down, and of course his rush chances, which once again kind of speak to the other variables going on around him. I move on to our next potential red alert. Johnny Gaudreau, Johnny Hockey, struggling a little bit in Columbus, has been benched by his new coach, does not get to 70 points this season. Thomas Hickey, he reached 74 last season. Level of concern.
I'm calm, cool, collected. Ooh. Johnny Hockey, we've seen a lot of him. Look, he's got to produce at the pace that he has throughout his entire career for the rest of this season. Have things gone good for him this year? Absolutely not. It's been a tough time in Columbus adjusting to a new coach. He hasn't been playing his best hockey. He's been demoted a bit. He's not playing with the top guys, but Johnny Hockey will be Johnny Hockey. I think he's going to get back to his regular ways. I think he's going to produce at the same pace he has over the last few years, and with that, yeah, he's going to get to 70 points. I'm not concerned.
I wish there's a button.
Wait, time out. I'm getting up.
Button?
It's live TV. I forgot. Yeah. There is a panic button.
Needless to say, you know I'm going to push this? Yes. I'm panicking right now. Let's hit that button. Yep, hit the button. Yes, thank you. And you can see the hockey stick filled up here. I'm going to panic here because our great research, Brandon Foss, brought this to my attention. He's playing more minutes now than he ever has. Everything, though, is dipped. The expected goals for, the chances. When you look at what he's doing, and it's concerning to me. I don't have any issue with having faith in Johnny Hockey. I think it's more that he's not getting the looks. He's not getting the opportunities. He's getting more ice time, but this team in Columbus is struggling generating consistently. So, you know, this has been, last year there was a level of concern with the drop-off from the prior year in Calgary. I'm kind of getting concerned right now with the way this season's going so far, and if you can get to that level.
So this is a perfect time to panic if you are a fan of the Columbus Blue Jackets and Johnny Hockey.
Very dramatic.
Thank you. I tried really hard on that one. Moving on to Jordan Kyrou. Does not get to 30 goals this season. Thomas Hickey, level of concern for the player who had 37 last season, was kind of the talk of the town.
I'm a little concerned, and not because I don't believe that he can score, but every single season, I think it was 14, 27, 37. Things were going good. And this year in St. Louis, it was a tough start. Saw Braden Shen was a little quiet. He picked it up. All of a sudden, a hat trick. He's got 5 goals on the season. Jordan Kyrou is looking for that type of week. And for him, I'm a little bit concerned that he's not going to get to that 30 mark this year. I still think he's going to find his touch. He's going to score some goals. But if there was any year that it wouldn't happen, I think just with the way he started this year, it's going to be this season that I'm concerned that the 30-goal mark is in jeopardy.
Yeah, so I kind of changed mine a little bit. I thought I was a little more concerned, then the research team started giving me some numbers here. I'm going to say I'm concerned. All right, sure. which is mild in this situation. When you talk about red alert, and we're having sirens going off and lights going off, I mean that. I'm not panicking.
Full, not half empty here, okay?
And here's the reasons why. A lot of puck luck that is going against him right now. His scoring chances per game, they're up quite a bit. His inner slot shots has gone up. His shot totals have gone up. I think it's a matter of time until they start falling for him. Will he get to 30 goals? I mean, when you only got, what was he have, 2 right now?
2 right now.
Got 2 right now. It's not a great path to 30, but he's getting those chances. And I keep always going back to that as individually as players. You're always asked, you've had coaches tell you as a kid or even in the NHL, are you getting chances? If you're getting chances, you're going to get out of it at some point. You're concerned when you're not getting chances. He's getting those. He's getting boatloads of chances. I think eventually they'll start falling for Jordan Kyrou.
And if history has taught us anything, he has capitalized on said chances. We're going to capitalize on this rendition of Red Alert with our final player, Jonathan Huberdeau. Hicks does not get to 50 points. He had 55 last season, 115 the year before. Level of concern.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned about this. There's been a lot of talk about Jonathan Huberdeau and finding his place with a new coach, where he's going to end up in the lineup. And the one thing that I appreciate about him, his ability to play with very high-end players, I think it utilizes the hockey sense that he has, the skill that he has. He doesn't have those running mates right now. And look, things are not good in Calgary. As the season goes on, we're talking about Lindholm. We're talking about other guys. They might be on their way out, and that's going to deplete the quality that's around him that really makes him the player that he was, that we saw in Florida. And 50 points right now after a tough start, I'm concerned that he's not going to get there. And I don't think this is a guy that you're writing off the rest of that contract, but he's got to find chemistry with someone, and he's got to find it soon if he's going to get up to that 50-point threshold. And what was it, 55 last year?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was considered a bad year. Still finding his way in Calgary.
So we're hovering right over that panic button?
Concerned. Yeah, concerned. That's where it is. There's no panic, but I'm concerned that he's not getting there.
Segment we have a prop for.
But here's the thing. I don't even know if I hit the button before on a panic. I'm putting this one at red alert, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll still push the button, but I probably should do some other things. Start working around. Grab the fire extinguisher, start spraying down the lights. I don't know. we got to figure something out here. And this is why I'm in a panic. And again, I just want to be very clear. Love this guy as a player. I love what he can do, and he's super skilled and elite talent. And we've seen that from his monster year he had down there in Florida. You mentioned something, chemistry. He doesn't have any chemistry there yet. This team is struggling. And when teams struggle, players struggle. They struggled last year. They're struggling again this year. And it's about trying to find that. I mean, here's where the real concern for me is, to put it at red alert, his MO is passing. His pass completion, his east-west passing, his ability to find players right now, it's not there. And, of course, that is on him. It's on the way he's used. It's on players trying to mesh together. I mean, there's a wide array of things. I'm concerned because this is a high-end player that signed a big contract there, and you know it's bothering him, right? And I think he can get out of it. But right now, there's no signs that are showing me it's going to happen. So that's where you're hoping for like kind of a Hail Mary of some sorts and just find that right line combination, maybe get more minutes. It's tough right now to try to figure out an answer here in Calgary.
Mix it up, change your pregame meal, whatever it takes. Would you guys do that?
I'd switch everything up, yeah.
Whatever it took, your route to the rink?
Just little things for me. Not overly superstitious, but I think there was talk of him changing equipment or something as well. Like, I think he's looking for that fix. Obviously not happy with the way it's going, and a guy that he's got the ability. We all know that. We all see it. So I think, Rupper, the way you said it, it is about chemistry, and that's what brings the best out of him, is to have a running mate. And to your point, there's no one in Calgary that he's messed with, and it's been well over a year now.
And here's the thing with him, too, and this goes back to when they acquired him. And, again, this is a player that I like, and I love him when he was in Florida. They wanted to play a faster north-south game. That's not Jonathan Huberdeau. Like, he's an east-west player, right? Like, and there's other guys. Like, let's name some other. Patty Kane, over the years, he can play north-south, but he's an east-west guy. Jack Hughes can go north-south, but he is an east-west guy. You know what I mean? Like, there's guys that do that. So the way they want to play and the player they went and signed, it seems like a mismatch in some regards. And so they're trying to figure it out there. I think that it'll get better, but there is certainly concern, I think, in Calgary for the lack of production here.
Even if you're not at a red alert, I'm just happy that you went to that level so we could display all the bells and whistles here inside of our studio.
But if we're going to use this as the panic, because it clearly says panic, then we've got to have an alternative. Like, I'm going to start kicking over chairs for the red alert.
That's great. I think you need to go
next time we'll get up, guys. We're going to throw chairs.
Go full on Godzilla,
Just go nuts.
throw your papers. Like, let's make a mess. See what's going on.